Dear friends, I'm going to speak to you now about our friend Jairam, who's a dear man who's been imprisoned for the last 30-some years. And we've all been praying for him as he was going through this process of appeal and then appeal on the appeal. Well, externally, he has not succeeded in being released from prison. The appeal has not been granted, and the appeal on the appeal was not granted. And the only option open to him would be to appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. And it's self-evident to everyone involved that that would be pointless. So he's reached a very interesting juncture in this interesting karma that he's in, which is for the first time in all these years, he's literally exhausted all his legal alternatives. And therefore the very real prospect is in front of him that he will be in prison for the rest of his life. A part of me feels that God can still do whatever he wants to do. And I'm not dismissing the possibility of a skylight. Now that's a reference to a dream Swami had once when he dreamt about Master and he was wanting to edit Master's Bhagavad Gita commentary, but he didn't have access to the manuscript because SRF was holding it in their archives. And in his dream, Master said to him, "Don't overlook the possibility of a skylight." And what that meant, Swami came to understand, was of a superconscious solution. And that superconscious solution was simply that Master gave Swamiji almost perfect recall of that manuscript at the time when Swami needed to work on it. And so he was saved by that. So a part of me deep in my heart feels that the skylight is still there for Jairam. Now what form that will take, I don't know. Whether that form will be that he will walk out of prison, or whether it means that really this whole incarnation is going to be spent in prison, I really don't know. It's for him, and I think we can help Jairam a lot right now. This is a real shift of energy because all this time, one way or another, his willpower has been focused toward this eventual shift that he would create with his brilliant mind and his powerful will. And by no means has he neglected the necessity to be content with what God has given him. He's worked both sides of it admirably. But nonetheless, this really is a watershed moment. And he himself is meditating deeply and praying deeply. Okay, Lord, what is it? What are you trying to tell me? And what do I do now? So the prayers that we've had, even though they've been directed toward a particular objective, the real prayer has been that this is a Guru Bhai, and what we want for him is what we all want, which is freedom in God. And if this is his road to freedom in God, then we need, with our whole hearts also, to support him in that. My, look at the karmic adventure you're going to have now. And there's also a great freedom in recognizing that you really have to do what Master said. You really have to fight for joy right where you're standing. And Jairam has done a very, very good job of that. And now he's being asked to go another step, to win the battle for joy right where he's standing. So as his Guru Bhais, as we have united our hearts and spirits with him all this time, it's important now that we hold with him. And if Master is going to open a skylight, then we will be grateful to God. And if that skylight is entirely within his consciousness, and he gets to become a saint right where he is, then we also have to stand with him in that. So having kept you abreast of this through these little short videos, I just wanted you to know that that's where we stand right now. And Jairam means victory to God, and that's his name. And I have every confidence that God has been and will continue to be victorious over delusion within his consciousness, which in the end is all that matters. So keep your prayers and keep your heart with him. He is our friend, and he needs us as much as he ever has. And it's our divine privilege to be able to give help to a brother in this way.